You are welcome here. You are welcome in this, our online worship at Lake Chapala Unitarian Universalist Fellowship. You are welcome here. You are welcome here no matter the burdens you bear, the weight you carry. You are welcome here in good spirits or in poor, at peace or in pain, struggling or sustaining. You are welcome here regardless of where you come from, what you have lived through, the things you have done. You are welcome here in this fellowship, all of you, as we work to embrace all that we are together. And I offer a special welcome to you if you are newly with us this morning. We are honored by your curiosity and presence. We invite you to stay with us for discussion afterwards. For today's service, I have Kat Barnett, Roy Haynes, Charlie Jacobs, Michael Reason on piano, and participating remotely, Linda Jessen singing, Chris Gang, Monica Devine and Fred Kessling reading, and Richard Clark, Trudy Crippen, Paula Odom, and Colleen Berry providing remote tech support. We have a couple of announcements, which I'll also post in my daily emails. First off, I just want to note that the internet is out for a whole bunch of us here in the Ajijic area. And so people are overloading their phones with hotspot things. And so our service today may be a little bit spotty. We will try to record it. Here are our regularly scheduled announcements. We will continue our LCUUF Community Circle on Wednesday mornings, now starting at 11, and use this particular Zoom account, which is on your screen. And now let us light our chalice.
Our chalice lighting words are by Martha Kirby Capo. Through the week, this chalice abides, cupped and silent. Softly it gleams in a dimly lit room, complete unto itself. Today, we come together as a community of faith, joyful and free. Our individual energies combine to spark the flame of truth. May we each draw strength for each other, for the other, and like the chalice, may we be bathed in the fire of commitment to social justice, equity, and peace. Please light your chalice.
So we have our hymn up now. The hymn. No, no, it's, I think it's first. Is it, am I correct? There it is. So go ahead.
Yeah, okay, I'll take it from.
Find the stillness, hold the stillness, let the stillness carry me. Find the silence, hold the silence, let the silence carry me. Let the Spirit by the Spirit, with the Spirit given power, I will find true harmony. See the essence, hold the essence, let the essence carry me. Let me flower out, me flower, watch me flower carry me. Let the Spirit by the Spirit, with the Spirit giving power, I will find true harmony.
Richard should be sharing with Chris right now.
I'm looking for him. Excuse me, here we're going. I found him. Here we go. Here's Chris. Do you have your audio on?
Morning.
Unmute.
Yay!
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Each week, we take time to remind ourselves that we belong to a community which cares for each other. We do this by sharing any significant joys or sorrows in our lives. Joys that are too great for one heart to hold, sorrows that are too much of one heart to endure. Local and world events which call upon us to bear witness. In our daily sharing, Matt has invited people to email joys and sorrows to be read at our service. Several people have sent some in. It's still not too late. If you go to the chat, you can share a concern or a joy, and I'll read it off the chat screen. Let us begin by recalling the joys. Whatever you may be celebrating, whatever evokes a feeling of joy or peace for yourself or others. I will share, the first joy is from Roy and David. Second. And that is, on Sunday morning 5 years ago today, April 26, 2015, David Hudnall and Roy Haynes stood in front of the UU congregation in Spartanburg, South Carolina, and were married with family and friends, cheering them on. What a wonderful day that was. Today, 5 years later, married and 21 years together, it's still a wonderful day. And I'll share, it's not really a joy, but it's less of a concern that most of my family, most of Deb's family are in Ohio, which is taking very seriously the COVID virus. So we feel very comfortable that our families are safe and so far they're healthy. Now let's recall our concerns and sorrows. Whatever you or the world may be holding that is indeed in need of healing or caring thoughts. Again, we have some sorrows and concerns that have been emailed earlier. I'll share the one I plan to share, and that is, though my family in Ohio is safe, our oldest son is at ground zero in Brooklyn, New York, where the worst of the COVID has hit. But I am happy to say that he and his partner Marie are healthy and are following the strict guidelines required in New York. And so we're thankful for that, but on a daily basis, concerned. Okay, and I have gotten some texts, so we'll just From Liz Hill to everyone, 5 people I know in the US have had COVID and recovered. One is 82 years old.
Wow.
Yeah. And another joy from Pam to everyone. Happy anniversary. I assume that's probably for Roy and David. I'll extend the same. And I don't see any more. I hope I haven't missed anybody. If I do, I apologize. And this candle, back to Roy, and this candle provided by our care team represents those sorrows that are too raw, too difficult for us to share aloud. We will light this candle for those sorrows which remain present but left unspoken.
Our first reading today is going to be delivered by Fred Kessling.
Our reading is Dear You by Kaveri Patel. Dear you, you who have always so many things to do, so many places to be, your mind speed, each moment always a blur, because you are never still. I know you're tired. I also know it's not your fault. The constant brain buzz is like a swarm of bees threatening to sting if you close your eyes. You've forgotten something again. You need to prepare for this or that or else. You should have done that differently. What if you closed your eyes? Would the world fall apart without you? Or would your mind become the open sky, flocks of thoughts flying across the sunrise as you just watched and smiled?
If you're like me, and I believe many of you are having a hard time in these days and weeks. You are seeking ways to get through, to survive, and ultimately thrive in these times. I began my meditation practice in earnest shortly after September 11th, 2001. You should know that the night before that Tuesday, on Monday, September 10th, I returned from France, changing at Newark Airport, where my flight was almost canceled due to thunderstorms. I could have been one of the many hitchhiking my way home any way I could. And we know what happened, what followed. The anthrax scares, the run-up to war, those were challenging times. Meditation was one thing that helped me get through those days. I developed a spiritual life based mostly on meditation, and that spiritual practice is what gets me through until times like this. I'm convinced that as people who want to do good in the world, we need practices that help us be calm, wise, and loving people. Many of us call these spiritual practices, though you don't have to use that phrase if you don't want to. We need such a foundation so we can effectively carry out the long-term work we want to do in the world. Today, I want to offer tastes of 3 types of meditation practices. The first will help us relax the body, seeking a calm state. The second will help us focus the mind, becoming present to things as they are. And the third will help us strengthen compassion and loving kindness. Now, for some of you, I know that meditation is just not your thing. I understand it was not my thing for many years, even though I tried it off and on here and there. I hope you will bear with us today, approaching these exercises with a degree of curiosity and using them or not to strengthen your own personal spiritual practices, whatever those might be. So, let's start with a body scan, a particular meditation practice that helps us relax the body. This can be done anytime, and it's a great practice to do in the middle of the night when you find yourself awake. I did it last night, in fact, and I didn't get far beyond my foot before I fell asleep. So, take a relaxed posture, comfortable in your chair. Or if you want, you can lie down. You're at home after all. You might close your eyes or soften your gaze. So let's start by taking a few long, deep breaths. Feel your belly expand as you inhale. In, out, in, out. Now bring your attention to your feet. You might want to wiggle your toes to get in touch with them. Notice the sensations in your toes. Maybe there's pressure against your socks or the floor. Maybe warmth or coolness. Maybe nothing at all. Now move your attention to the rest of your feet. Notice any skin sensations there. Maybe clothing on you. If your mind wanders, just bring it back. No judgment here. Now into the upper leg. Try to feel what it's like from the inside of the leg. And now the hips and the buttocks, just feel them. Now into the back, noticing the spine without judgment. The lower back, the middle back, now the upper back. Let's move now to noticing the front of the body, the abdominal area, noticing the filling and emptying of the breath. Let that area relax and become soft. Now the chest and the lungs. Again, notice the breath. Now let's move down to the fingers. You might want to notice the sensations in each pair, starting with the thumbs, feeling them, then the index fingers, and so on, to the little finger. Now notice the palms and the back of the hand. Now the lower arm, the elbow, and the upper arm. Take notice of the shoulders. If they are tight, let them relax. Now the neck, allow that to relax also. Now the face. Just notice each part. The jaw, the mouth, the tongue, the nose, the eyes, those little muscles around the eyes, the forehead, and the scalp. And now, let your attention expand out to include the entire body as a whole. Enjoy the feeling of relaxation. And when you are ready, come back to join us. Our reading, let me take a moment. Let's enjoy this relaxation for just a moment longer. Our next reading is called Tasting Mindfulness by John Kabat-Zinn. But it was going to be presented by Monica Devine, but her internet is out. So I'll invite Kat up to read this.
Have you ever had the experience of stopping so completely, of being in your body so completely, of being in your life so completely that you knew and what you knew and what you didn't know, that what had been and what was yet to come, and the way things are right now, the way things are, no longer held even the slightest hint of anxiety or discord? It would be a moment of complete presence, beyond striving, beyond mere acceptance, beyond the desire to escape or fix anything or plunge ahead, a moment of pure seeing, pure feeling, a moment in which life simply is. And that isness grabs you by all your senses, all your memories, by all your very genes, by your loves, and welcomes you home.
A primary goal of meditation, indeed of many spiritual practices, is to come to see things as they are, not as we want them to be, not with layers and layers of emotional states that make some things somehow different than they are. So we begin with a simple practice of focusing the mind, inviting the mind to attend to one little thing. Oftentimes, for such a meditation, we'll use something like the breath as the thing to focus on. Or it could be some other object, maybe one with special meaning to us, maybe something simple, like just a candle flame. We focus on this object and concentrate. We notice when the mind wanders, noticing when it offers up all manner of alternative versions, stories, future, past points of view. We can expand our focus to include other things, other objects of meditation that help us to find a sense of calm and peace, objects that may help us to realize our place in the world and the role of our lives at this time. Will you join me for such a meditation at this time? So let's use the flame of our chalice as an object of meditation to focus on. If you have a chalice lit at home, you might want to focus on that, or some other handy object if you prefer. Let's look closely at the flame. Let's look deeply. You might find just one part to focus on, maybe the edge of the flame or the tip. I'm going to lower this down so you can get closer so that maybe people can actually see bits of the flame. Or maybe it's that dark part at the bottom. Look closely and stay with whatever part. Are thoughts coming up? If so, just let them go. Let them dissolve and return to the flame. Are there thoughts? There's no need to get mad at your mind for having thoughts. The beauty of this practice is not that we don't have thoughts, but that we notice them, let go of them, and return to our object of focus. Let's continue gazing at the flame for a while longer. And now let us let go of the flame and return here. My arms are getting tired anyway. Many of you have asked how to contribute to LCUUF while we are not able to meet together. Perhaps you want to keep current on your pledge, or perhaps you like what we're doing and you want to support us. Here are several ways to donate. And I'll wait a moment for the screen to come up for everyone. First off, you can use PayPal to send donations to our account. Use the address that's shown on the screen, lcuufinc@gmail.com. Second, if you use your bank's bill pay service, you can send your money to our U.S. bank account. Please contact Susan Miller, who's our treasurer, the treasurer of our incorporation in the U.S., and her email is on the screen. And finally, you can drop off, or in fact, we can pick up your cash donations in pesos. So contact Lorna Dean, who is our treasurer, at the email address on the screen. We'll leave these up for a few seconds longer so you can jot them down. So let's now watch a brief video by Christine Walters-Paintner, abbot of Abbey of the Arts, working in conjunction with a group called the Work of the People. Now, the Abbey focuses on poetry, art, and mysticism. Liz and I had an opportunity to study with Walters-Paintner on a pilgrimage to Ireland a few years ago. The video is called Praise Song for the Pandemic.
Praise be the nurses and doctors, every medical staff bent over flesh to offer care, for lives saved and lives lost, for showing up either way. Praise for the farmers tilling soil, planting seeds so food can grow, an act of hope if ever there was. Praise be the janitors and garbage collectors, the grocery store clerks and the truck drivers barreling through long, quiet nights. Give thanks for bus drivers, delivery persons, postal workers, and all those keeping an eye on water, gas, and electricity. Blessings on our leaders making hard choices for the common good, offering words of assurance. Celebrate the scientists working away to understand the thing that plagues us, to find an antidote, and all the medicine makers. Praise be the journalists keeping us informed. Praise be the teachers, finding new ways to educate children from afar, and blessings on parents holding it together for them. Blessed are the elderly and those with weakened immune systems, all those who worry for their health. Praise for those who stay at home to protect them. Blessed are the domestic violence victims on lockdown with abusers, the homeless and refugees. Praise for the artists and poets, the singers and storytellers, all those who nourish with words and sound and color. Blessed are the ministers and therapists of every kind, bringing words of comfort. Blessed are the ones whose jobs are lost, who have no savings, who feel fear of the unknown gnawing. Blessed are those in grief, especially who mourn alone. Blessed are those who have passed into the great night. Praise for police and firefighters, paramedics, and all who work to keep us safe. Praise for all the workers and caregivers of every kind. Praise for the sound of notifications, messages from friends reaching across the distance. Give thanks for laughter and kindness. Praise be our four-footed companions with no forethought or anxiety, responding only in love. Praise for the seas and rivers, forests and stones who teach us to endure. Give thanks for your ancestors, for the wars and plagues they endured and survived. Their resilience is in your bones, your blood. Blessed is the water that flows over our hands and the soap that helps keep them clean, each time a baptism. Praise every moment of stillness and silence so new voices can be heard. Praise the chants and slowness. Praise be the birds who continue to sing the sky awake each day. Praise for the primrose poking yellow petals from dark earth. Blessed is the air clearing overhead so one day we can breathe deeply again. And when this has passed, may we say that love spread more quickly than any virus ever could. May we say this was not just an ending, but also a place to begin.
May love spread more quickly. In our final meditation, we will explore a practice for developing compassion or universal loving kindness for everyone, even those we don't know, even those we don't like. I think that in this time of pandemic, when we cannot hug, touch, even have a face-to-face conversation with many around us, it can be really helpful to use meditation to imagine the closeness we yearn for. So this is a variation on a more traditional loving kindness meditation. Recalling the video, think of the people around you who are helping us get through this pandemic. Think of a person you know, maybe a loved one that assists you, maybe your doctor or the person who cleans your house. Bring them to mind. You might think of them sitting right before you and offer them a silent blessing. May you be safe. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be at peace. Just repeat that phrase several times in your mind, offering it to them. May you be safe. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be at peace. May you be safe. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be at peace. Now think of a person you don't know well, who's also helping us to get through. Maybe this is the pharmacist or the garbage collector. Again, bring them to mind. You might imagine them sitting right before you and offer, again, a silent blessing. May you be safe. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be at peace. May you be safe. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be at peace. You may at this time feel, as a consequence of this, a sense of emotionality, a feeling of love or connection emerging, or not. Either way is okay. And now, I invite you to imagine numerous people in front of you. Maybe our whole community. No, beyond that, maybe everyone from the whole region, from the whole state. Maybe everyone doing their part to move beyond this pandemic. all these people. No, no, the whole world, every person, all sentient beings everywhere, right before you, facing you. And to all of them, you offer this same silent blessing. May you be safe. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be at peace. May you be safe. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be at peace. May you be safe. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be at peace. And finally, for a moment, just see your own self in front of you, as if in a mirror, and offer yourself the same blessing. May you be safe. May I be safe. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I be at peace. May I be safe. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I be at peace. Blessed be.
Let us extinguish our chalice with these words, which we read together. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we keep in our hearts and share with all the world.
Michael will offer us a postlude. Do you want to say anything about it, Michael?
Yes, I will. Thank you. One of the things that I've been trying to do, particularly during this pandemic crisis, is to focus my mind on some things that I wouldn't normally get the chance to do. So now that I'm not teaching and the orchestra is on hiatus, I've been able to, during the week, look at some of the music that I want to prepare for the coming service and make arrangements of these pieces. And it's been a lot of fun, and I've learned a lot of things. And I've learned a lot insofar that we really shouldn't worry. Yes, things are difficult, but we really shouldn't worry about what's going to happen or what has happened. And I thought about a really wonderful song by Stevie Wonder, written in 1973. And I think you probably all know this. Don't you worry about a thing. I do apologise for that. My keyboard had, unbeknownst to me, switched itself off. So I'm going to start again.
Before my closing words, I'll just make a brief announcement. If you're interested in meditation, wanted to find out more about it, one of our members is very adept, and that's Richard Clark, who is currently serving today as production coordinator for this service. You might be in touch with him. Our closing words. May we, in our practice, become present in this moment and see our true selves in joy and in pain. May we, in our practice, sing praises to all who care for us, however far away, and may we realize in wisdom and compassion the need to live and act in this chaotic world. Blessed be. Now please stay around.